Here we go again, Chiefs Kingdom. The NFL is once again making headlines, and not in a good way. If the early reports are true, the Kansas City Chiefs are being lined up to play on Christmas Day for the third time in just 4 years. Let that sink in for a moment. 3 out of 4 Christmases, and the Chiefs are getting called in to work. Now, some fans might say, hey, that's the price of being great. But let's be real. There's a difference between being a marquee team and getting used like a holiday ratings machine. Christmas is supposed to be a time for family, rest, and a little peace, especially for the players who grind through 17 weeks of brutal football. But for Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and the rest of the Chiefs, it's shaping up to be business as usual. Again. And here's the kicker. Christmas falls on a Wednesday this year. Not a Sunday. Not even a Saturday. A midweek game completely throws off the team's routine. That means shorter prep time, messed up travel schedules, and far less recovery time between games. If you're the defending champions, or any team for that matter, that's a major competitive disadvantage. Why the Chiefs? Why always the Chiefs? That's the question buzzing through social media right now, and it's the same frustration we've heard before. Every time the NFL needs a headline, it calls on Kansas City. Every time there's a big game to schedule, Mahomes is in the spotlight. But this is starting to feel like a pattern, and not a fair one. Don't get me wrong. Chiefs Kingdom will show up no matter what. That's just who we are. But at what point does the NFL cross the line? At what point does this go from being a privilege to being a burden? Let me ask you straight up. Do you think it's fair that the NFL keeps scheduling the Chiefs to play on Christmas? Type yes or no in the comments and tell me why, because something tells me fans aren't going to stay silent much longer. When the news dropped about the Chiefs possibly playing another Christmas game, you didn't have to wait long for Patrick Mahomes to chime in. And let's just say, he didn't sound thrilled. On X, formerly Twitter, Mahomes kept it short, but made his feelings known. Y'all serious? That's it. 3 words. But those 3 words hit harder than most full-page statements. You could feel the frustration, and honestly, who could blame him? This isn't just about a single game. It's about a pattern, a buildup of wear and tear, and the fact that the league keeps treating the Chiefs like a tool to boost TV ratings instead of a team full of real people. Mahomes has been the face of the NFL for years now. Highlight reels, commercials, Super Bowls, you name it. But at what cost? What Mahomes said, well, didn't say, speaks volumes. He's usually the guy who toes the line, always professional, always saying the right thing. So when he breaks character even a little, fans take notice. You know it's serious. Let's talk logistics again. If the Chiefs do end up playing on Christmas Wednesday, what does that mean for the rest of their schedule? Will they have to play the previous Sunday and then turn around for a midweek game? Will they get a bye before or after? We don't know yet, and that uncertainty makes it even worse. Think about player safety too. You can't talk about protecting athletes and then jam a marquee game into the middle of a week during a holiday after a long season. It's not just a physical grind, it's a mental one. These guys have families. They have kids who want dad home on Christmas morning, not in a hotel room prepping for a kickoff. Mahomes isn't just standing up for himself, he's standing up for his team, and for players around the league who are tired of being treated like background props for a TV special. So what do you think, Chiefs fans? Did Mahomes have a right to call this out? Or is this just part of being the face of the league? Drop your thoughts below and stick around, because the reaction from around the league is even bigger than you'd think. Now let's take a closer look at what the NFL is actually trying to do here. On the surface, the league claims it's about bringing more football to the fans. More access, more excitement, more prime-time moments. But let's not pretend this is about the fans. It's about the money. NFL executives have been very open about their push for streaming deals, new media partnerships, and owning every possible viewing window. A Christmas Day game, especially one featuring the defending Super Bowl champions, is a ratings goldmine. The league saw huge numbers last year, and they want to cash in again. But at what cost? Here's where fans are drawing the line. Chiefs Kingdom is one of the most passionate fan bases in all of sports, but even they're starting to feel like the team is being used. Back-to-back Christmas games? And potentially a Wednesday matchup? That's not normal. That's not fair. And frankly, it feels like a slap in the face. It's one thing to play on a holiday once in a while. Fans get it. It's part of the gig. But now it's starting to look like a pattern. Like the league keeps going back to the same well over and over, with no regard for what it means for the players or the fans who support them every week. And let's talk about the fan experience. How many people can actually enjoy a full NFL game on Christmas Day with their families? How many Chiefs fans can travel to a game or even stay up late to watch it when they've got holiday plans or kids opening presents? The NFL might call it fan-friendly, but fans are saying the opposite. Social media lit up after the announcement. You saw Chiefs fans, neutral fans, even fans of rival teams all calling out the league. "Enough is enough," one fan posted. "Let them enjoy the holiday like the rest of us." Others pointed out how this sets a dangerous precedent for pushing games into odd days and times, no matter the impact. So where does this go next? The backlash is already building. And if the NFL doesn't listen, it could create more than just a scheduling headache. Now let's shift gears and talk about how all this scheduling drama actually affects the Kansas City Chiefs. Not just the fans, but the guys who have to go out and play the game. When you're in the middle of a grueling NFL season, routine is everything. Recovery, prep, game day, repeat. Throwing in a holiday game on a Wednesday? That messes with the rhythm. Players don't just show up and play, they prepare, mentally and physically for days leading up to every matchup. You mess with that, you're playing with fire. And here's where it could really hurt. We're talking about a team that's chasing a potential dynasty. Back-to-back Super Bowl titles, MVP runs, Hall of Fame legacies. When the NFL starts rearranging schedules to fit its business model, it creates extra hurdles that no team wants to deal with. Think about the locker room. You've got veterans who have families, coaches who want to spend a rare holiday moment with their kids, rookies adjusting to their first NFL season and already overwhelmed by the pace of the league. Now throw in a game in the middle of Christmas week? That doesn't just affect one day, it throws off the entire week. Practice schedules shift, recovery time shrinks, game prep gets rushed, and yes, you'd better believe this gets talked about behind closed doors. No one on the Chiefs is going to come out and publicly trash the league. That's not how Andy Reid runs things. But don't think for a second these guys aren't frustrated. Leaders like Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce want to win, period. Anything that messes with that goal is a problem. Let's also not forget the risk of injury. A crammed schedule or an awkward travel plan increases the chance of guys playing tired or unprepared. You think anyone wants to see a star player go down because the league needed to boost holiday viewership? That's not just bad for the Chiefs, it's bad for football. Bottom line, this isn't just about one game. It's about competitive balance, player health, and keeping the locker room locked in on what really matters, winning football games. Next up, let's talk about what the NFL needs to do to get this right and how fans can help push back. All right, so what now? We've laid out the problem. The NFL is putting its entertainment goals above competitive fairness, and it's starting to affect even the most elite teams like the Chiefs. The question is, what can actually be done about it? First off, the league needs to start listening. That includes coaches, players, and yes, fans. When you've got guys like Patrick Mahomes raising concerns, that should send a signal. But it's not just about hearing them. It's about acting on it. There needs to be a line between business decisions and football integrity. Right now, that line's getting blurrier by the season. One big change? Transparency. The NFL can't just drop surprise schedules with major implications and expect teams to smile and nod. There should be clear communication about why certain teams get special treatment, why some get a short week and others don't. And if a team like the Chiefs is being asked to carry a huge primetime load, There should be a plan in place to balance that over the season. Second, the NFL Players Association has to take a stronger stand. The Christmas Day game situation is just the latest sign that player welfare isn't always the top priority. It's time to rethink how these decisions are made and who's making them. Players deserve a real seat at the table when schedules are being built. And finally, let's talk about us, the fans. This sport doesn't exist without the people watching every week, filling stadiums, buying jerseys, and supporting their teams. The NFL counts on fans being loyal no matter what, but that doesn't mean we can't speak up. So here's a challenge. Let your voice be heard. Comment, post, share your thoughts. Tell the league what you think about these holiday games, the scheduling madness, and what it means for teams like the Chiefs. Start conversations with other fans. Get loud, because when enough fans speak, even the NFL has to listen. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Should the NFL walk back this Christmas game push, or is it just the new normal? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get a real Chiefs Kingdom conversation going. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Chiefs!